Today we have exciting news as Claude has dropped Sonnet 5. Well, Anthropic has dropped Claude Sonnet 5. And Fable 5 has officially been released by the US government. There's an update on that. But first, let's get into the new model right away. Sonnet 5, it's going to be sitting in the middle of Haiku and Opus as it always has. But now it's nearly Opus level. So let's just ask Sonnet what's going on with the new Sonnet model, right? And let's dig into it. It apparently has some very good agentic capability. So let's discuss the new model, Sonnet 5, and what it can do, how it tested on benchmarks. Look up latest releases from Anthropic. And also, as you can see, Anthropic has updated their desktop app, so Cowork is now part of the regular chat portion. So there's just chat, Cowork, and then Claude Code. There's no more 3 tabs. So as you can see, it's doing a quick research from 9 different results. There you go. It's got the official from Anthropic pulled up. So yeah, I've been playing around with it a little bit. And yeah, Sonnet has always been that model. They skipped a few steps in between, going from 4.6 to 5. But yeah, apparently Sonnet 5 is very good for agentic tasks. And it's obviously going to be a lot cheaper than Opus if you use the API. They have an introductory price they set at $2 input starting, and then $3 there on out. So there we go. It's aware it's running as Claude Sonnet 5. That's good. Sometimes it's not aware of what model it's on. So anyway, let's go through it. Now we're going to do a couple tests just to see how it goes. So Anthropic launched today, June 30th. It narrows the gap to Opus 4.8 while staying at the lower Sonnet pricing, like I just said. And it's being described as a substantial improvement over Sonnet 4.6 on reasoning, tool use, coding, and knowledge work. It's positioned as able to make plans, use tools like browsers. I haven't seen it in Claude Code, Claude in Chrome yet, but I do use it quite a bit, and it's nice to have. So I'm excited to try that out when it does get updated. Terminals and run autonomously at a level that a few months ago required a larger, more expensive model. So on the benchmarks, we have the Agentic Coding SWE benchmark, Sonnet 5 versus 4.6 versus Opus. So here you have the new Sonnet numbers, 63%, Opus at 69.2. So really, it's right behind it. Computer use, 81 versus 70.6. So it should be able to navigate browsers a little bit better now. Terminal bench, humanities last exam. These are all kind of just random benchmarks, and but the bottom line is strict upgrade over 4.6 everywhere, and it closes the gap. So, and here's the pricing I was telling you about: $2 in, 10 out. Still expensive on output, but and then it's going to go up to 3 and 15 after this introductory phase. That's if you use the API. If you don't, it's going to be the standard model on free and pro plans, and it's available across all their other ones. And it's rolled out to another number of platforms: Bedrock, Google, Vertex, GitHub, Copilot, Cursor, and Notion too. If you use Notion, it's also in Notion. So nice to have it there. And so also, this was also one of the updates. It has lower rates of hallucination and sycophancy than 4.6. So, and it's better at refusing malicious requests. That's been a big deal. As you know, that's why Fable 5 was apparently pulled, and why we still don't have Mythos, and why ChatGPT 5.6 has been delayed or limited. Anyway, that's kind of nuts and bolts. So let's get into just a quick news. So like I said, it's available. Sonnet 5 is available now, but Claude Fable 5 has lifted the export controls on Claude Fable 5 and Mythos 5. We'll begin restoring access tomorrow. We'll share an update soon. We're grateful to our users for their patience and to everyone who worked with us on redeploying their models. So that doesn't mean we're getting Mythos 5. It just means it's going back in the hands of, I think, those select companies. But Fable 5, that we'll be getting. And apparently, that'll be a separate usage. It won't be part of your regular usage. So not sure how that will work, but we'll see. And then Sonnet 5, like I said, is a Notion. And here's the official release with the nice fancy flowers. But yeah, Sonnet 5, you know, it's testing very well. And actually someone had posted on Threads that it's even close to GPT 5.5. So it's a pretty powerful model that's sitting in the middle of Haiku and Opus 4.8. And of course, they're safe. Agentic search, much higher. Some reviews there, whatever. But yeah, you know, let's actually put it to the test. Let's try some stuff. With Sonnet 5 extra, that's the effort you can give it. Max will use a lot of your tokens. I don't think it's really even necessary unless you're doing some heavy duty coding. Thinking I leave on, but yeah. So the first test I always like to give a model is to write a blog. So we just did some research, but I want to start fresh. So let's research a blog about the new model, Sonnet 5. Research official news platforms and Anthropic press releases like we just saw. Comment include in the blog how it applies to marketers, small businesses, marketing. So keep it agnostic, geared towards my specific work in here. I just wanted to have like a completely kind of generic viewpoint on how it works for marketing. Comment about how it helps for research, web crawling, content planning, creating spreadsheets. Then I also want to test, I wanted to make an image, and then I wanted to do like a quick dashboard. But yeah, let's do a quick research on this blog. And, yeah, I like to see how long it takes. I like to see its thinking patterns along the way. It's going to search the web. We know it can do that already. We just saw it. But the point is, I want to test its agentic abilities to see how it can do the research, combine that reasoning and format it into a blog, and actually talk about the 3 different or 4 different topics that I wanted to talk about in the blog. And normally I'll go in and edit it myself afterwards. But anyway, I'm curious as to how it will perform. So let's let it run, and then I'll get back to you when it's done doing its research. Okay, so now we're in the drafting phase. It's coming. Looks like it's coming along well. That's cool how you can see how it's preparing it. Let me. There we go. We have our blog here. So it's just telling us what it's kind of generally talking about. But let's check out the blog. So Claude Sonnet 5 is here, what it means for marketers and small business owners. Okay, Anthropic just launched Claude Sonnet 5, and it's a bigger deal for every day. It's still using don't get the M dashes. We'll need to remove that. So this is the edit. Remove M dashes to make. And this is also another good agentic abilities. Update headline, so it's not so generic. Mention specifically what can be done or what the remove M dashes. I hate that. Okay, let's keep reading and we'll edit along the way. For marketers, small business owners who don't have a dedicated team, that shift matters. Here's what's new. Sonnet has always been the everyday model, faster and cheaper than its top tier Opus models, and built for daily reuse rather than the most complex research problems. Performance close to Opus, a real jump from its predecessor, available everywhere. The headline, why Agentic really matters for small business. Agentic is one of those AI buzzwords that can sound abstract. Okay, that's like a little colloquial, all right. Plain terms, it means the model can take a goal, break it into steps. For solo marketer, small business, wearing 5 Agentic model, pulling from multiple web crawling. So there in the web crawling, I wanted to, for the web crawl section, show an example Python script used for HTML web crawl of a website to check for keyword other updates that brand might have to. More specific content planning around platform, creating Google Ads. Also creating Google Ads, I don't know, and headline sheets, marketing ops, cost angle, bottom line. All right, so in my opinion, it's a little generic. I'd like it to be a little more specific. So let's give it these updates. And again, this is testing its agentic abilities as I'm gonna have to make a number of edits all at once. And sometimes in the past, models are not able to do that. So let's let it go through that quickly to you once it's done with it. How it's going through its steps here, and we can even, it's creating itself like a little markdown, and it's going to reload the updates it makes. There we go, I see the Python script being written. It's good, it's checking headers, like that's exactly what it should be. Yeah, and Python scripts are very useful. I work in SEO and marketing, so need those Python scripts to be crawling websites and just doing research en masse. All right, so seems like it pretty much did what I asked it to. Okay, we already got a better headline, great, in round 2. Performance close to Opus. Okay, this is all standard stuff here. Okay, it's talking about Agentic, it's the same. There we go. Now it wrote our I don't know if I the entire Python script in there, but cool. Yeah, it's using Beautiful Soup. That's a Python library. Cool. I mean, it looks right at a quick glance. I'm sure it's fine. Good. So we got to see it write a little script too while we were also writing a blog. So let's go now to explaining what it's checking. Cool. Content planning. There we go. Now it's broken down by platforms. Okay, that's what I asked it to do. It inserted some copy about Google Ads, bottom line. Cool. All right, and then it's got its sources. So that means it can also include the links. We'll download that later. Cool. So there's that. Let's get it to. Okay, it looks great. Let's create a coverage SVG. Using the Claude brand colors with the headline info from the blog we wrote. Okay, cool. So previously Sonnet has been, was good at creating these like little SVG images, which is like an HTML image. So let's see how this new Sonnet 5 model compares to brand colors. Okay, step one. I do like my website colors, which is like a kind of black and white, but let's do a Claude style image. And then after that, I want to create a little dashboard breaking down a comparison of the new model compared to like Opus and Sonnet, just so we can create like a little dashboard. And I think that'll be a good test just to see how well it codes. Although we just saw from the Python script, certainly can amongst doing other things at the same time. It's getting the brand palette and stat pills, fantastic. It's like those little containers that'll be made in there. Okay, now we can see it right in the code here. Let's see how it turns. That looks pretty solid. I could use that for a blog cover, sure. All right, so we got our image for the blog. Let's take this into, actually, I don't think we even need to go into Claude Code for it. Okay, great. Let's also create an HTML dashboard showcasing the use cases for Sonnet 5 and a comparison with previous model. Create a selector each use case and select which models to compare. Use Claude brand colors. Let's see how it does with creating a quick little dashboard here. You can even do cooler things like creating like a little meal plan in this plan. Create anything. The HTML dashboard's a very cool feature in Claude. If you've never tried them, you can create yourself a little mini web. Anyway, let's give that a moment to create. All right, so now it's building us our little dashboard. Here it goes. I actually want to open up Claude in here. Free. No, don't really want it. Okay, so we have our dashboard. This looks pretty cool. Let's open it up in a browser. Here we go. Let me make myself a little smaller. So I could actually even embed this in the blog, but I think this is pretty cool. All right, so let's check it out. We have multi-step research, which we just saw. This is what I asked for: use cases with the pills. Checks H1, H2s for those automated web crawls, content planning, Google Ads, spreadsheets. Here we have the little comparison. That's pretty cool. And you can even compare it side by side, so you can truly see how neck and neck it is with Opus 4.8. It's really right there. And if we want to throw in Sonnet, that's cool. I love how it created that little comparison table. And then probably just a little dashboard, but again, you can go to town on these. And the intro pricing till August 31st. So that's a little walkthrough of Sonnet 5. We did some blog research. We wrote a Python script. We created an image. We edited a blog with multi-step edits. We created a little dashboard based on the blog. So I think visually everything looks great. I think this is a really nice model to have in like just a step below Opus 4.8. I think that's really great. And if you use the API, a little bit cheaper. But yeah, this will be the standard model on free and pro plans, available everywhere. Yeah, very cool. And we're getting Fable 5 back. It seems like literally tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm interested to see how that works with the usage. But anyway, stay tuned for more videos. I have a bunch more on like Hermes agents. I did one on Notion the other day using GLM. What else? There's stuff on setting up cron jobs and automations for news briefs. So go ahead, check out the channel. Just trying to build it up. Subscribe if you like the video. Drop a like. You know the deal already. So anyway, catch you next time.